Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another cryptocurrency news video. Today, we got a big update for you guys with a lot of different coins and a lot of important information, so make sure you watch all the way till the end, because it's gonna be awesome. Cardano ADA looking absolutely bonkers as bullish factors push in. After 6 months of accumulation, Cardano is looking ripe for bulls as the daily Ichimoku cloud, which is an indicator, also turns bullish. Second point, its price is also breaking above the 200 MA. 200 MA is a 200-day moving average, which if happens is considered to be a long-term uptrend. And then there's also a quote. It says, "I've never seen the company so unified and moving so quickly," says the IOHK CEO Charles Hoskinson on Cardano's development. So yes, guys, this is really amazing to see. Now, everybody's already quite positive in the crypto space right now, just because of the positive movements that the prices have been having over the last month or so. But really, for all these specific coins that we like to cover on the channel, everything is doing really amazing. Cardano is up 10% within the last week, but also in terms of their developments here, it is just looking really juicy. Now we can scroll through it here a little bit. You can see Josh Olszewicz says on Twitter, "Fundamentals aside, ADA looks absolutely bonkers to me. Nearly 6 months of accumulation, daily cloud turning bullish, high TF E2E is 2x plus. Alright, that's just the formula. Other factors behind the surge, Q1 has been bullish for altcoins as seen currently in the market. That's definitely been the case. And Bitcoin chopping is another factor contributing to the rise in their prices. Beast Lorion here said on Twitter, ADA's finally breaking above the 200 MA, things are looking up. And then below here is the whole quote of the Cardano, or actually IOHK CEO / founder Charles Hoskinson. He said, "I've never seen the company so unified and moving so quickly." And in the tweet here, it says, "All parties of the current federated system have agreed to the protocol upgrade, so no action is required from Yoroi users. Dataless users will have to upgrade their wallet, but no more. The whole process should smoothly happen automatically. More info later." You know, I've actually always wondered, why did they choose their names this way? You know, why did they choose Daedalus? And for example, they must also have Icarus in there, right, his son. I mean, I've read their names very often in the past, you know, and through all of them, and we had our own theories about them. But is there any official information as to why they chose their names? Just wondering, because I don't know where to find it anymore. Maybe it's also because I've really been out of Cardano for a little bit. I've not been getting, acquainted with them too much the last couple of months. But I'm going to get more into that, guys. And there's a lot of more coins going to be coming up. And by the way, if you're watching still, make sure you press the like button. And make sure you subscribe, because we're going to do daily crypto updates for the rest of this year. There's going to be a video about crypto updates every single day. I promise you that. So, on the development side, Cardano's commercial arm Emergo partnered with the government of Uzbekistan, something we covered in a video very briefly yesterday, but actually I forgot to mention the severity of these partnerships. Now, for Cardano, we really do know that they're one of the companies / projects that's really out there to help this world out, to really just bring it up, start making everything smoother, everything cheaper, everything faster, everything better, whatever way they can. And what is so good about Cardano is that they really are doing it from a government point, right? So they're really starting at the top and then working their way down. They're starting to convince and really help out these governments, in this case here over at Uzbekistan, which to me is really amazing. Over to Justin Sun and the Tron TRX. Tron's Justin Sun talks partnership with legendary Apple co-founder. So when I saw this, I was already like, all right, must be Steve Wozniak. That's one thing. And second of all, this is most likely just some crazy talk again. But I knew Steve Wozniak has been having a couple of crypto, opinions on Twitter a little while back. Here it says, founder of Tron and CEO of BitTron Justin Sun is discussing collaboration with the legendary co-founder of Apple Computer Inc., Steve Wozniak, aka The Woz. And you can see on his Twitter, Steve Wozniak said, "Lunch with Justin Sun for free. He paid for lunch with Warren Buffett at Mandarin Gourmet in Cupertino." And then Justin Sun replied and said, "It was an honor meeting with the legendary Woz, Apple co-founder. Looking forward to our partnership." And that's where it becomes so interesting. He's saying looking forward to our partnership, which could mean like several things. First of all, he could be having a partnership out in the pipeline. That's one thing. Steve did not respond though, by saying, yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Could also be he's looking forward to a potential partnership ever within the future because, I mean, they talk with each other, so it's not so crazy that he would like a partnership and he's looking forward to it. And on the contrary, it could also be that he just planted this somewhere just down there to make people hyped up. Nothing really behind it. It could be any of them. Who knows? Who knows? One fun thing I found is that I still have no idea what's going to be happening with the Warren Buffett launch, right? Because what's going on with that? I have never seen any updates anymore for the last months. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering what happened. But hey, Ripple is one of disruptors in blockchain gaming, according to SBI Investment Korea. Ripple and Forte are, and I keep pronouncing this as Forte, maybe it's just Fort, I don't know, are already transforming the gaming industry, while SuperTree raises $62.7 million during its Series A funding round. So yes, Ripple is one of the companies that is driving the adoption of blockchain in gaming. According to SBI Investment Korea Director Lee Yo-hyuk, he alluded to the $100 million fund that was formed by Ripple's investment arm Spring and gaming startup Forte all the way back in March 2019. By the way, guys, this feels like it was yesterday. This March of 2019 is already a year ago, almost. It's like 10 months ago. It feels like it was like maybe 30 days, 1 month, maybe 35, and it's so ridiculously fast how everything moves in the crypto space, guys. His comments came after SuperTree, one of the leading companies in blockchain gaming, raked in 3 billion won, which is about $63 million. With freshly injected capital, SuperTree will continue to develop its gaming platform, PlayDApp, and buy intellectual property rights for some popular games. To me, this is again really amazing. It's a very big step in the blockchain gaming industry, and Ripple is a good part of that. It says SuperTree uses meta blockchain technology in order to decentralize gaming. The company is helmed by industry veteran Sung Won Choi, who revolutionized the South Korean gaming scene, and other high-profile executives. Moving forward, we got something about BitConnect. And if you guys don't know BitConnect, you better not look at anything up about them because they're shit. But yeah, BitConnect saga drags on as judge dismisses more defendants. Only 3 remain. To me, that was a big shock, right? Because you would think that these defendants would have at least something to say, right? But the BitConnect saga keeps going on. You would think that these defendants would hold up a little bit better, but there's only 3 remaining. I actually would have thought it would be a little bit of a harder battle right there, but okay. The BitConnect class action lawsuit is falling apart after a judge dismissed 3 of the defendants in the case. According to the lawsuit judgment, the case now lies in jeopardy with the threat of being tossed out after defendants from India, Vietnam, and other countries were dismissed. On a ruling made by Judge Middlebrooks on the 9th of January, plaintiffs were refused an extension to serve the defendants in a renewed filing from the late last year. The latest ruling follows a number of dismissals in the past, as the plaintiffs were not able to serve the accused persons across the globe. The January 9th ruling states that some of the Indian defendants were dismissed from the case given they already faced charges in India and have since been jailed. Furthermore, in relation to the Hague Convention laws, the judge states, India has objected service by postal channels, meaning plaintiffs' request to serve defendants located in India by postal channels must be denied. Plaintiffs initiated this lawsuit in 2018 and have not even begun to serve process under the Hague Convention, which is a very lengthy process. Right, so we can get more into this. It's not really that important, though. What is important is that this lawsuit is falling apart, and I just did not expect it at all. It's really contrary to a lot of my beliefs, and I want to know you guys' opinion on this. Do you think what they're doing is good? Do you think it should fall apart? What do you think about this? Just let me know your opinion in the comment section, and also make sure you subscribe and press the like button if you're enjoying this. Bitcoin's rally this month might be a double-edged sword. Now, this comes as no surprise to me whatsoever. There's been tons of people who ask me in the comment section, hey, what do you think about Bitcoin's price? Or in Discord or on Twitter. By the way, my Twitter is TheDustyBC. Make sure you give me a little follow. They all want to ask me, Dusty, what do you think about Bitcoin? Right, it hit 9,000 briefly. Do you think it will go back? Do you think we're going to go down? What do you think is going on? And really, that also notified me to the fact that there must be a freak ton of people who are confused about everything going on. Jeff Dorman, Chief Investment Officer at Arca, recently published an article expanding on the performance of crypto assets since the start of the year. According to Dorman, the performance of the digital assets market has not been short of spectacular thus far, adding that Bitcoin is now on pace for its best January since 2013. And that actually was quite scary to me. That was really strange. I was like, what, how, why? But, however, he noted that it could be a little too early to celebrate, though, claiming that rallies are double-edged swords. Dorman revisited how Bitcoin and Ethereum had been making steady week-on-week gains before 2017's historic climb, following which ICOs began to enter the space at a staggering rate. New cryptocurrency projects saw their tokens increase in value tenfold, while Bitcoin underperformed significantly for a time. When Bitcoin started gaining traction in the second half of the year, investors rotated their holdings back into Bitcoin. And while the dynamics have certainly changed in 2020 in comparison to 2017, the nonetheless feels quite similar. The Bitcoin halving is rapidly approaching, and that's also something to really look forward to, as the pace at which it's going is, to me, quite insane. And we may be gearing up for a crypto market that leaves all naysayers wondering what just happened. On the contrary, though, the exact opposite could happen, as we don't know what this newest halving is going to bring to us. It's a halving in a completely different space. There's not that much hype anymore. There's a lot of people who are here for quote-unquote technology, but it's also, we're so much anticipating this halving like never before. There's a lot more people now than previous halvings that I really don't know how it's going to turn out. I would like to speculate, but I really don't know. Link may have a monster move in 2020, price analysis. Now, I saw a couple of you guys saying, hey, Dusty, you used to cover Link a little bit, right? And this is actually on very old videos of mine where people sometimes comment still. Say, hey, man, I see a Link video here, or hey, nice that you covered Link, this, that. Where's it been? And it's because I don't really hold a lot of Link anymore, that I don't like to cover them too much, and also because the amount of people asking for the coin is, really slim in comparison to a coin like XRP or Nano, or, some of those coins, Holo, whatever. Short-term trend looking overheated on the daily, and long-term trend, an interesting uptrend is present. Problem with coins like this is that you can almost never find any real updates on the coin themselves, right? I read through the story. I was really quite excited. I thought they would have some real big insights just because it was looking quite juicy, good article. But no, it's actually just a talk about the price, exactly what's been happening and what's possibly going to happen in the future. But to me, that is not so interesting. I really like to read up about what the coin is doing, what it's trying to do, what it has done, all this, that, all that. But in this case here, I'm only seeing about the price, and it's actually quite hard to find Link articles that really contain Link information. But if you find them, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below, because again, I do like that type of stuff. I do like to talk about these coins every once in a while, some coins that I don't usually talk about. So if you can find it, make sure you let me know. Another article here, Ripple's XRP price analysis, XBUSD subject to breakout in the bearish wedge. That's something we're going to be talking about later, guys. I actually forgot to add this article here. DigiByte, Jared Tate, about true innovation starting with a working product before funding. So DigiByte, if you guys did not know, has one of the craziest communities ever in the crypto space. Really tight, really amazing, and also really, really straightforward. So if they want an integration, they'll tell you. If they want something to get done, they'll tell you. And if they want something to get done, they will get it done. DigiByte founder met U.S. authorities to facilitate wider blockchain adoption. Rudy Baumann opines that it seems like some doors are opening within the actual government. Recently, Jared Tate tweeted, I can tell you as the DigiByte founder that not only is DigiByte mining much more decentralized than Bitcoin, so is the distribution of the coins. He further tweeted, people don't realize DigiByte launched a fully functioning blockchain without a market or funding. It had zero value until trading started weeks later. Now, groups raise millions with their token to go build a chain/products. True innovation starts with a working product before funding. And Sydney Ifergan, a crypto expert, tweeted, true innovation starts without a working product before funding. I do agree with Jared Tate, though, of DigiByte. This is indeed a sign of the real deal. So So this is actually a big statement from Jared Tate here, the founder of DigiByte, as it's kind of taking a jab and a big punch at most of the crypto projects out there right now. As most of the crypto projects right now, they completely rely on funding, right? They want the funding and then they might fix something. With DigiByte, that's completely the opposite way. Right, they had a project, they had everything working, and then they started to get funded. Now, you can see this both ways, as I agree partially and also not, because, for example, you can make great products without funding, yes, but to really create something huge, you're most likely going to need some outside capital or some funding to a certain extent. And with a lot of these projects, right, it's not as easy as it was 10 years ago to build something up, to start something. Why? Because there's just a lot of basic stuff out there already. And for example, if you build something and, you didn't actually want any funding, why is anybody going to invest in it afterwards? Notice, you're nothing. What's the difference? Because what can they build without funding that is better than the rest? It's a little bit of a difficult place to start right now, because we're already so far into this crypto revolution that we're seeing. I know we're at the start, but it's also very far for newer projects. They're 7, 8, maybe 10 years behind, and that's what is a little bit of a downer to this opinion. It is just really difficult to start without any funding. On the contrary, though, it's a lot more difficult to scam if they already have something really good working for them before they start asking for funding. So from that perspective, I guess I can agree with them. But yeah, guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on YouTube by pressing the subscribe button, and also make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed it. Now in the comment section down below, write something that you want to talk about next episode. Write something about that just down there. I'd like to see it. And also, let's do something crazy here. Maybe type Woz, W-O-Z in the comment section if you've watched this far, Maybe Crypto Woz. Do something crazy. I don't even know what you want to do. Put something if you watched all the way to the end here, just because I would like to know who watched these videos all the way. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very nice day. Peace.